Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to our science lesson for today. We are going to talk about the difference between living or non-living things. Okay, some things in our world are alive and some things are not alive. We call those non-living. Now, we've learned about chickens, we've learned about plants so far, and both of those things are living. They do different things, but they're both living things. I want you to look at the front cover of this book we're about to read. This is called a cheetah. This is a cheetah right here. And he's sitting on a rock. And there's some trees. I want you to look at the front cover. Tell me something on this front cover that is living. Tell me what's alive on this page. Yeah, the cheetah. The cheetah's alive. What else is alive? Yeah, the trees and the grass back here, that's alive. Okay, what's not alive? What's not living on this page? Yes, the rock. The rock's not alive. You don't have to feed a rock. A rock doesn't grow, not like real living things grow. And so I'm going to show you in this book the difference between living and non-living things, and then we're going to do a page in our science journal, okay? So let's just listen to the story first. Living or non-living. The world is full of life. Take a deep breath. You are a living human being. Look around. Plants and animals are living things too. So on this page, we have some people, a dog, we have some plants. All of those things are alive. These people are alive, their dog's alive, the grass and the flowers are alive. There are also many non-living things in the world. A ball, a bicycle are not alive. Rocks, sand, and water are non-living things too. So on this page, we have these rocks and the water and the dirt and the sand. That's not alive. These trees are alive, sure, and these plants, but the water's not alive. Energy. Living things need energy. Plants make energy from sunlight, air, and water. They catch sunlight on their leaves. Water and air enter the plant through its leaves and roots. Animals need energy too. They eat food for their bodies to make energy. Animals also drink water and breathe air to survive. Now let's go back. If you look back here, wait, maybe this page describes it. No, if you look back here, let's go back to the river page. See these rocks? They don't need anything. We don't have to go feed the rocks every day, or we don't have to go water the rocks. We don't have to go make sure that they're getting their exercise and they're getting what they need. They don't need anything. These rocks could stay here forever and they would still be there. If we went back to look at them in 2 weeks, they'd be fine. They'd be the same rocks. If you did that to a plant and you just put one of your plants like in a closet and you went and checked on it in 2 weeks, that plant would probably be dead. It'd be wilted. It would need things. If I didn't feed my chickens or give them water, they would get sick and they wouldn't have any energy. They would start just laying around. They'd have no energy. You could put a rock in a closet and you could leave the rock in there for 2 weeks and you go check on the rock, and what are you going to find? The same exact rock. It's not going to be small. It can't die. So that's the difference. The rock's not alive. It doesn't need anything. All right, let's keep reading. Moving and reacting. Living things move on their own. Non-living things cannot move on their own. Plants shoot up from the soil by themselves, right? Animals can walk, run, fly, or swim. But this rock back here, it can't move by itself. You could throw it. The water could push it. The wind could maybe move it, but it can't just get up and start walking around. Not rocks. They can't do that. Then you might be thinking, but wait, Miss Thompson, I have a race car. It moves by itself. It just starts moving. Or I have a electric hoverboard. It can move. Cars can move. Aren't they alive? No. The reason the cars move is because they have an engine and wheels and axles and you can put gas in it. It's a machine, but it's not alive. And we still have to make it move, usually some way. Living things react to things around them. Plants react by bending towards the sunlight. Animals react with their senses. If we use our senses, like look at this little girl in the picture. How is she feeling? Yeah, she's cold. Her fingers start to feel cold. She's covering up her face because it's getting so cold outside with the snow. if you leave your soccer ball out in the snow, is it going to hurt the soccer ball? Like make it worry? Is the soccer ball going to try to cover up and get warm? No, the soccer ball is just going to get covered up with snow and be cold, but not cold. It's not going to feel it. It doesn't have senses. Growing and reproducing. Living things reproduce. They make more of their own kind. Ducks lay eggs. Ducklings grow up to be like their parents. Non-living things cannot reproduce. There's not, mommy rocks and daddy rocks and baby rocks. You don't go outside and see a soccer ball one day and then all of a sudden you go back out there and the soccer ball had babies and there's more soccer balls. That's because they're not alive. They can't do that. Now, in TV shows and movies, that's different. I know there's like talking rocks and Frozen. They have families and baby rocks, but that's pretend. That's a fiction movie and story, right? That's not real life. Living things grow and change. Leaves grow and change color. Then they fall to the ground. All living things grow old and die. All right, so this is an activity that you can do if you want to. We're not going to do this today, but if this is something you want to do at home, you can. It says what you do is you make this little chart, okay? It says thing, actions, living or non-living. And it says look around you. You're going to put 20 numbers on it. And you're going to look around and find 20 things. You could do this outside or inside or both. And you're going to, if you look outside and you see a tree, write it down, tree. Is it a living or non-living? What's it doing? Scooter. Is it living or non-living? Yeah, you can make this list at home and do these things if you want to, but we're not going to do this today. We are going to do something else. So let's go back. We're done with our story. We're going to get our science journals out. So I want you to get your plant journal out. It looks like this, okay? Now I want you to go to this page. Right here, it says living and non-living. It has a goat and it has a box. Now, before you do this, you're going to do a few with me, then you're going to do the rest by yourself, okay? At the bottom of your page, there's 8 pictures. I've already cut these apart. Whoops, and I have mine all cut apart. You can cut yours out in a minute, not yet. You can cut yours out, and you're going to sort them if they're living or non-living. We're going to do a few together real quick, okay? So let's think about it. What about this whale? Here's a whale. Actually, before we do it, let's go over all of the pictures so you know what they are, okay? Ice cream cone. Point to your ice cream cone. Whale. Bug. Boat. Mailbox. Snail. Tree. And house. And we're going to do a few of these together, okay? So whale, is that living or non-living? Yeah, a whale is alive. They swim around. They eat food. They can have baby whales. That is a living thing. So we're going to put it in the living thing box. All right, let's do another one. What about a mailbox? Is that living or non-living? Yeah, it's non-living. You don't have to go feed your mailbox every day. It doesn't get up and walk around. That's non-living. Let's do one more together. Let's do one more. What about a boat? A boat can move. Living things move. Does that mean that the boat's alive because it can move by itself? No, because it can't really move by itself. The wind moves it. The water moves it. A person in it could move it with the oars, but it definitely does not move by itself. So a boat is non-living. So we put it here. Now you're going to do the rest of these by yourself, okay? You're going to figure out which ones of these are living, which ones are non-living. And I know you're going to do a great job, okay? And you're going to go ahead and put them where they go. I hope everybody does a great job and thinks about it. If you get confused, think to yourself about living and non-living things. And you can go back and listen to the story again if you're not sure. All right, good job, scientists.